Joe Rogan and 50 Cent just ripped open another can of straight chaos. With everything already exploding around Diddy, they're now hinting that more major industry names could be sliding into the hot seat next, and people are paying attention. The way they're talking got folks thinking this fallout is nowhere near done. As already known, Diddy is currently serving time after Judge Arun Subramanian handed down a 4-year sentence tied to 2 lesser charges, even though he was originally facing 5 counts. And let's be clear, this case is far from wrapped up. Now Joe Rogan and 50 Cent are stepping up, naming names and calling people out directly. Anyone who is moving close with Diddy might be feeling that heat right now because the spotlight is swinging.
What's up?
Yeah, y'all already know how we playing out this. This is real life.
Real life.
Yeah, you know Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that Meek, yeah.
I think there's so many fucking powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied. Air quotes, partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the trial?
Oh yeah, trial.
The first name they brought up was Meek Mill, and honestly, that didn't shock many people. From the very beginning, Meek was rolling heavy with Diddy, allegedly one of his closest industry favorites. Back when Diddy's image was still spotless, Meek was right there, smiling, partying, soaking up the glow, and riding the wave. But the second those charges dropped and the RICO storm started brewing, Meek appeared to distance himself fast. He jumped on X, talking tough, trying to convince everyone he had zero involvement in anything tied to Diddy's accusations. He even said, "My voice is so powerful as a black man from the ghetto worldwide." And that statement alone had people side-eyeing the timing hard. They want it gone. I'm a real king, straight out the trenches, under control of no human. That's what Meek put out, but the streets didn't hear confidence. They heard panic. To many people, it sounded like he was trying to create distance before more smoke started rising. Then, when Diddy officially got hit with that 4-year sentence, Meek doubled down hard. He started saying he never took part in anything people were whispering about, acting like the rumors were completely made up. He brushed off talk about private mansion parties, saying blogs were twisting his name and dragging him into scandals he knew nothing about. According to him, it was all lies, all narratives pushed by people chasing clicks. But the problem is, the memories didn't fade that easy. Anyone who remembers that 27th birthday party Diddy threw in Vegas knows why people are still side-eyeing Meek. Diddy rented out the Parisian palace, dropped around $25,000 just on the mansion, and made sure Meek was front and center. Matching outfits, planned entrances, over-the-top setups, everything was loud and flashy. The visuals from that night spread fast, and people still talk about how chaotic it looked by the end. Things got even messier when leaked audio started circulating online, setting the internet on fire. Meek immediately shut it down, calling it fake AI and saying bots were trying to destroy his name. But insiders kept hinting that the recording didn't come from nowhere. Word is someone who was actually at that party may have hit record themselves, and that's what made people start asking even harder questions. Jaguar Wright even went as far as claiming Nicki paid a bodyguard to leak the audio, and that allegation alone sent shockwaves online. No proof dropped, but the rumor spread fast and loud. Then Nicki later joked that Meek loves controversy, and that's when eyebrows really started lifting. People instantly connected dots, wondering if that comment was shade or something deeper. Meek snapped back quick. He publicly offered $100,000 to investigate the leak, saying he wanted the truth exposed. But critics noticed something strange. Not a single receipt or update ever followed. Soon after, old clips started resurfacing all over the internet. One of the most talked about moments showed Diddy calling Meek daddy, and that clip alone had timelines going crazy. Even Justin jumped in, commenting with a shaking head and a facepalm emoji, clearly unimpressed. And when Meek tried to deny ever riding with Diddy, but jumping into the whole no Diddy wave, people weren't buying it. To many, it felt less like clarity and more like damage control. After months of shouting and denial, Meek suddenly switched up the story. Now he's saying he was around the madness, but never touched anything questionable. According to him, he kept his distance, stayed in his lane, and just vibed while everything else played out. That flip raised a big question in the streets. Which version is Meek asking people to believe now? The one where he was never there at all, or the one where he showed up, saw everything, but somehow stayed completely uninvolved? Either way, the noise isn't slowing down. With rumors floating that Diddy might cooperate, the streets are buzzing louder than ever. Some people think if more details come out, Meek could be one of the next names dragged into the spotlight. And now another name is spinning into the mix, and this one has the entire timeline holding its breath. Oprah. Word on the street is she's loosely tied into Diddy's so-called inner circles, and that alone has people stunned. It sounds wild at first, but some say the rumors line up with old conversations that never fully went away. Folks have whispered for years about Oprah's connections to powerful figures, and critics point to past moments that raised questions. People still bring up those old photos with Harvey Weinstein from long before the public knew the full story. Back then, many claim Hollywood already knew the energy around him, yet Oprah continued supporting projects and appearing alongside him. When survivors later spoke out and looked for voices with massive platforms, that silence stood out to a lot of people. Some believe she chose to protect the system instead of challenging it. Then there's the South Africa School Project, a $40 million investment meant to be a lasting legacy. But not long after it opened, serious allegations surfaced, and multiple students said boundaries were crossed, forcing investigations and major changes. And now, all of that history is being dragged back into the conversation again. Behind the scenes, the situation at the school got even heavier. The dorm matron, Virginia M. Gobo, was later charged over serious misconduct allegations, and that shook everything up fast. Oprah flew in immediately. Cameras caught her emotional, firing staff, addressing the situation publicly, and promising accountability. But critics weren't convinced. Many felt the explanation didn't fully line up, and questions lingered long after the press conferences ended. Now, those old accusations are getting pulled back into the spotlight again. Whispers are growing louder that Oprah may have known more than she ever admitted, and that idea alone has people talking. Hollywood insiders are feeding the chatter too. Jaguar Wright and Dr. Umar have both hinted that Oprah holds a deep, quiet kind of power in the industry, the type of influence that makes people think twice before ever crossing her. And with her name circling the conversation again, the tension keeps climbing. Old clips and photos are resurfacing, showing Oprah posted up with the same circles that used to run close with Diddy at private gatherings, and that's got people questioning how deep those connections really went. Another name heating up the rumor mill right now is Stevie J, and this one has got people watching extra close. Anyone familiar with the culture already knows his history runs deep. Stevie J and Diddy go way back, way deeper than just rap. Stevie wasn't just around, he helped build Bad Boy from the ground up, producing some of the biggest records of that era. His fingerprints are all over that legacy. When federal agents searched Diddy's mansion, Stevie was one of the first to speak out. He stood 10 toes down defending Diddy, calling him family and refusing to fold under pressure. But lately, the whispers around Stevie have been getting louder. Rumors claim he was present at some of those private gatherings where many of the wild stories allegedly came from, putting his name back in the mix. Lil Rod's lawsuit even mentions Stevie directly, accusing him of helping coordinate people for those nights, a claim that raised serious eyebrows across the industry. Behind the scenes, insiders keep talking about a leaked clip supposedly floating around, allegedly showing Stevie caught up in the chaos himself. Nothing confirmed, but the talk hasn't slowed down. And while others in the industry are quietly backing away, Stevie stays loud and visible. He keeps calling Diddy his brother, holding the line like nothing ever happened. And that's exactly what got the streets talking even louder. Is that real loyalty, or is Stevie tied in so deep that there's no clean exit left for him? That question slides straight into the next name stirring chaos right now, Ashton Kutcher. Folks have been side-eyeing him heavy after old videos resurfaced, showing him laughing, dancing, and living it up at those infamous all-white private parties. To many watchers, It looked like he had a front row seat to the whole scene. The clips didn't sit right with people at all, especially now with everything else coming out. Then when Ashton got asked about it on Hot Ones, things got real uncomfortable fast. He froze up, stumbled over his words, and couldn't land a clean answer. That long, awkward pause said more than any press release ever could. And once people caught that moment, the timeline lit up all over again. People also remember how Ashton and Mila wrote glowing letters in support of Danny Masterson, who later was convicted, and that move still sticks with folks. The backlash from those letters got so heavy that Ashton ended up stepping down from the organization he co-founded. And right after that, more rumors started swirling online, this time dragging Diddy back into the conversation again. Talk started popping up about alleged tapes, who might be in them, and whether Ashton ever crossed any lines. Ashton has said he was just a guest at parties, nothing more, but the timeline wasn't fully convinced, and people kept asking how deep his connection to Diddy really went. Next up, another name that keeps lighting the streets on fire whenever Diddy and Epstein get mentioned: Naomi Campbell. Every time those two names come up, Naomi's name is not far behind.